You alright guys, how's it going again? Right, quick intro for what this video is going to be about basically. Now, over weekend I said I was going to do a setup video, which is what this is going to be essentially. I'll apologise for lighting because it is dark outside and I'm kind of using a computer monitor for the actual lighting, so yeah, don't have a light facing at me, so a bit of a problem there, but still, don't matter. What I'm going to do is basically go over what's changed, what I've put where and how and whatever else, because that's changed quite a bit since I last did the setup video, which was about 3-4 weeks ago. Didn't think I'd be changing that much, and more to the point, I really didn't think I was going to be changing that much, but quite a bit's changed, so I'll lead you through that. But anyway, I'll throw you over to my next video and we'll sort that out from there. Alright guys, bear with me. Alright guys, what's going on? Right, like I said, just basically an overview of what I've got going on the setup basically. If you can hear the noise outside, that's actually the train track at the bottom of our street. It's a pain in the arse, especially at night. But, you know, that's life. Anyway, run you through this. Basically, I've got 3 different setups which you guys are already aware of. Got this here, which is just basically like retro stuff essentially. They're all hooked up via RGB cables, which just gives me a better picture on that. If I was to hook it up via SCART, it'd be all blurry and everything else. Sorry for the shape there. But you've got the Wii there, which is just tidily hidden behind there, blocking out what wires. That you can't actually see from behind the from the front of the telly. Sorry. That just tacks back there. These speakers as well are actually hooked up to this as well, due to the fact that the speakers went on the TV, but I didn't want to buy a new TV. These give out better sound anyway, to be honest. And then you've also got this, which basically has everything hooked up to it, my PS2, Xbox, and, well, original Xbox and the Wii there. And the PS2, however, is at that side, with all my memory cards stacked on top. I've actually got a drawer for them, I've just not had a chance to put them in. That one's a bit dusty on there because it's been sat on there for days because I've been using that memory card down there. So yeah, but that's the first setup-ish thing. But if you go down here, basically you can see the Xbox, well, original Xbox in the cupboard down there. Then my bits cupboard, which is just a mess. So it's hidden away, so nobody knows, except for me, obviously. Then hanging from the shelf, you got my Bluetooth headphones, which didn't cost me that much. They were about £20, so they weren't too much. My headphones to my Xbox One, which I got with the actual console, which isn't too bad, to be fair. Now, I mentioned about my PC. Now, I've got my PC back up and running with my webcam on there, but the PC it runs off is that there. It runs Windows 8 and Android as well, which is pretty handy for me if I want to watch Netflix on the big telly up there. But we'll get over there in a minute. As you can probably see behind there, I've actually got LEDs behind there as well, which are hooked up, again, via USB through that little hub there. If the camera focuses, which it's not, it's a pain in the ass. There you go, it's focused. Which is this plug for the RGB lights behind there. That is the charger, which is there, and then that is my mouse and keyboard, which are both wireless. Got my HDMI switch. I'll show you what that's for in a minute. Then my PS3, which is probably one of my favourite consoles. I still play that to this day, and it's beautiful, just is. And then my Xbox, don't play that much, to be fair, but you know, it's there if I ever need it. Forza tends to be my racing franchise of choice, so I tend to go to that for Forza. You can probably tell right next to it. Lately been playing Street Fighter 4, and yes, I know Street Fighter 5 is out, but you know, I'm always behind. It's that simple. I don't buy the stuff as soon as it comes out. I don't see the point until all the downloadable content and everything is sorted first. But still. And then, like I said, my mouse and keyboard. Now the switcher, if you look at this here, if I press my Xbox, that switches straight over to the Xbox. But for some unknown reason, not sure why, guessing it's the internal power in the Xbox itself, but that comes on straight away, whereas the PS3 doesn't. I need to actually switch PS3 on. You can see in the mirror down there. That's just boot loading up. If it does, which it will. It's just slow because I've got a fair amount on it at the moment, to be fair. That's the Xbox, and then basically I've got them all labelled on there. So I'll press PS3, that'll switch over to that. Then I've also got one labelled for PC and my Xbox as well, so I can switch back through them. The splitter that it comes out through is actually down there, tacked onto the side. And then you've also got my subwoofer, which I've bracketed onto the cupboard, which is quite nice. Didn't want to see the wires either, so I've kind of sheeted that off. And made sure there's nothing hot down there, so obviously it can't get too hot and whatnot. So, but anyway, moving along. Down there is basically all my power strip for a start, and then all controllers. My HDMI switcher for that one down there, which is for the main TV. I've only got one in there because my original plan went to pot, so yeah. TV for the top telly, remote, my Xbox remote, and also my RGB lights, which for the ones behind there. So yeah, that's everything down there. Move over to this side. Now, this stuff up here is basically all your modern stuff, essentially. All that up there, PS4, Xbox, I've got my charging docks as well with my Vita on it. There's actually a charging dock behind there for the PS4 controller, which is, yeah. And then PS3 and my Xbox as well. The TV, I'm running everything off with the LEDs behind it, matched in blue. And then the soundbar, which only my Xbox runs through for some unknown reason. Not sure why, but you know, it won't actually run through the splitter, so I'll get that sorted at some point. And then also the 3DS that I did a video on the other day, which was £50 for the new 3DS, which was a bargain. And then also the standard DS as well, my DS Lite. So yeah, that's that, to be fair. Look out for part 2, because obviously that's going to be the game bits and stuff, because obviously I've got games to play on these consoles. But hopefully I'll see you again in part 2. Alright guys.